midday Friday. It's time for me to start to think about getting my stripper kit ready. So first thing is my dancing shoes, the fireman rip-off pants, the big fire jacket, the helmet, the pink G-string is a must, animal print boxes, water bottle for the spray water, coconut oil, my torches for effect when I'm coming in, pens for the autographs, toothbrush, my hair products, I never leave without my hair products, my Vaseline, my electric razor, fragrances, cute little pink bow tie, protection, your connies, lube, my fake penis, my fake penis. I had a real bad drama where I over pumped when I was using a penis pump once, and I broke something that was really important, and so I don't use the penis pump anymore, and I'll just use the fake penis. It's really good for effect, and yeah, it's got quite a wow factor. Well, it's just about 3 o'clock, so I've got shows at 8, so I'll go through a couple of my dance moves. Got to make sure they're all down pat. It's one thing about having the flash hair, good body, amazing abs, but if you've got no dance moves to back it up, well, you're in trouble. You could be the hottest guy in town, but without personality or dance moves or any ability, well, the girls aren't gonna like you. They'd much rather a 5 out of 10 in looks with a 10 out of 10 personality, so. Thanks, staying. That's single. I don't know, roughly, I think I'm probably about a 6 in all fields. 7 or 8 when they're drunk. I'm Gucci Mick. Obviously like a high-end product, so I got called that a long time ago and it just stuck. Magic Mike, can run with that as well. I don't care what the girls call me as long as they call me, and that's the main thing. Yeah, so just put that in, it's just the first track. Now, hit play, like I said, once I knock on the door.
Yeah, we'll take your time because we're still...
Unreal, yeah.
No worries.
One rule, the drunker they are, the hotter I'll look. Okay, so keep drinking. Game time. Off the top of my head, I've stripped probably at least over 1,000 times. You know, the more I think about it, being in the game for about 10 years, you know, that number could be well in excess of 1,000. For that minute, 15 minutes or 2 hours that I'm with people, I'm changing lives.
Thanks, girls.
Thank you. I'll get the door, Mick.
Oh,
Don't
you're
you
amazing.
worry.
Thank you, darling.
Pretty little putt.
Mwah.
See you later.
See you, babe. I had one party in Newcastle years ago. It was a mixed party, a girl's 18th, and the boyfriend booked me to do a show and did the policeman. I rocked up and was doing really, really well. He paid me, we spoke about the job, and I went in there and we started doing our thing, and I handcuffed her to a pole in the garage, and I was halfway through my routine, and he decided he didn't really like the direction of the routine and how saucy and steamy it was getting. So he decided to smash me over the head with a champagne bottle and knocked me out. And then, the girl's parents dragged me out by my feet and blood pouring out of my head. And then I started to realise, you know what, if I'm going to do mixed parties, I'm going to have to take someone with me. Another happy party. Good group of girls. That was awesome. Pumped. Loved it. It's all about making sure you've got everything before you leave. That's the glamorous life of a stripper, getting dressed in corridors. There was no crazy nanas or mother-in-laws at that one. They're the ones you got to watch out for. Get confirmation of the next one before I know where I'm going, and hey, what's doing? I'm just leaving my job and I'm heading over to yours. What are you doing? Well, hopefully it's getting hot in there because the fire brigade are on their way. All right, darling, I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, so we've just rocked up and a girl's 25th inside. It's a mixed party, so there's guys and girls at this one. But, I don't usually like doing the mixed parties, but you know what, let's do it. Let's have some fun. So I've just got ready, another corridor to get ready, and let's go do it. It sounds like the girls are pretty wild, so. I hear things are getting hot in here. In and out and on we go. Unfortunately, the girl whose party it was and we were surprising wasn't as into it as I would have liked. She was a little bit shy or nervous, but there's always one person in that crowd that's willing to take that hot seat and have the attention all on them. And the girl that did want all the attention, and she was crazy, gave me this huge kiss at the end of the night and then quickly told me that her husband was in the other room and I had to leave, so that could have ended in another bottling. And thank goodness for that. It's gym time. Alright, tonight I've got my light arms routine, so high reps, light weights, biceps and triceps. It's all about getting as much blood in that muscle as possible. Rip up. Look fucking hot on stage. What we do on stage is being work, and that we get paid really well for not doing much work, but if you subtract your gym time and your tanning time and your prep time, it brings our hourly wage right down, maybe like $3 or $4 an hour. So when you walk out on that stage and it's a packed crowd, the lights are on and you just get into your routine, there's no better feeling. It's absolutely amazing. But if you don't look great up on stage or great in your photos, you're not going to sell tickets, you're not going to sell calendars or photos. So the body is the biggest part. We're all our biggest critics. We all see a flaw in something, chest is small or abs need to come on. But, my diet is absolutely incredible. It just looks like a prison diet. It's tuna and noodles, tuna and rice. But everything I put into my body goes in for a reason. Except for my Krispy Kremes. I had half a dozen last night. I do get anxiety if I miss a gym session. I always have to try and make one up. But that's just been in this game for so long and just can't live without it. Bigorexia is it's rather common. Bigorexia is the scientific name is body dysmorphia disorder. It's the same illness as the anorexia illness. But in bigorexia, it doesn't matter what you do to your body, legally, illegally, supplements, drugs, doesn't matter how much you train or how big you get, in the mind, you always see yourself as that skinny guy that when you first started. It's like an opposite of an eating disorder, where it's, if you can't train, you can't go a day without training and your supplements, and if you don't get all your proteins and your roids and everything else in, you get depression. I know I've got it. I know I get real miserable if I don't get my number of meals in or get a gym session in, and it can be quite toxic. The guys have killed themselves over it and things like that. So it's real. It's out there. Guys don't like to talk about it, but it's definitely out in society. Bigorexia. But yeah, I still see myself as the little bullied kid at school. Got picked on all the time, and now the same guys that picked on me at school and bashed me and bullied me, well, their partners, their wives, their girlfriends are paying to see my shows. So it goes a full circle, I guess. Gym to me, training and working out is just like oxygen. I need it to breathe. It's just part of my routine now. I will wake up, body clock at 7:30. I know it's gym time. Everything else comes second. If I've got appointments or friends over or anything like that. The only one thing that gets in the way of training is home and away. That's my addiction, that's my weakness. Don't contact me between 7 and 7:30. I won't be at the gym, I won't be on my phone. I'm more addicted to phone, and ask anyone, the thing's probably going off right now. I'm more addicted to phone than I am gym, and if my phone goes off at 7 till 7:30, that's a big call. I better be careful, I might not fit into my uniform. Well, we're just getting ready for shows now, and I've just got to run all through my gear before I pack my bag, and there you go, look at that, sewing. Not just a pretty face. It's right down the crutch as it gets torn apart, and I don't like showing them everything too early. So it's just, yeah, once I rip them off, they I used to use staples, but you don't really want sharp metal down there. It's funny, I felt this sharp, piercing pain halfway through my routine, and I thought, oh, wonder what had happened. But yeah, that was it. I'd got a staple in my nether regions. If there was one thing I could change in the stripping industry or the stripper game is the negative stigmata attached to it. I get labelled dumb stripper all the time. I think it's hilarious. I downplay it a lot. Intelligence-wise, I've owned a number of businesses. I was a licensed tradesman back when I was younger and things like that. I'm really high IQ. Perfect, look at that. Done, all ready to go. Great, now, I'll tell you what, it is some fucking pretty good cross-stitch there. Whew.
So I'm Christina, and I'm Mick's bestie. So I'm one of his very good female friends. He has a lot of hoes, but he doesn't have a lot of good female friends.
Oh, you slut!
Yeah.
Who'd you take
Did you not
here?
see on my Insta?
No. Oh, you
Lost a lot of friends over it because they'll be like, they'll think that the only reason why we're friends is because we're fucking. So they do think that that is what it is. They're perfectly happy to go and, throw $5 notes at a female in a club. That's okay, but they don't quite understand why a guy does it, and they don't quite understand that it's just a job like anything else, except for he does it in his underwear.
Getting there. Maybe a 7 tonight. It's a good mirror, good lighting.
It doesn't matter where he is. If there's a mirror, a reflective surface, or a television, he's going to take a photo in it.
Another thing that's just, in my mind, that's just as important as the weights and the gym routine, and that's the matching outfit. If you don't have the matching coloured shoes as to the singlet or anything like that, you might as well not show up. It's all about style. The red on red, I love it. These shoes do turn some heads.
He takes a very long time to pee as well. Yeah, he does. He's replying to girls' text messages and taking photos, I can guarantee it.
Sometimes the girls are lucky enough in here to see me bust out a move if my song comes on. All in good fun. When you're a dancer or a performer, you just have that twinkle in your toes, you just can't stop moving, so. I do my full dress rehearsal in the lounge room. I've got the most amazing mirrors. I just run the sounds through my beat. So I like to get fully dressed in my gear, just like I'm ready for a show, so bear with me. How's that?
The girls at the shows are desperate. You watch them and they just want a piece. They just want a piece of the ass. Any boy gets within 20 metres and they turn into yelling, emotional wrecks. You know, husband at home is soon forgotten. He's certainly not thinking about them in their underwear.
Crazy. And you know what? Sometimes the crazier the better. Just there's that fine line between crazy. You know, I've had underpants stolen, I've had outfits stolen, been pinned up against walls and kissed and scratched and bitten. Another Bad Boys show. Got wild. Blood all over me. No idea who's from, but lost my pants, swollen knee, big night.
It's like dropping a drop of blood into a shark pit. They just go mad. They go mad. Absolutely mad. All dignity and class is left at the door with their husband. It's the best way to put it.
You do get your crazy fans, and when I say crazy fans, I mean good. You know, we've got girls that'll come to 10 shows a year. All the Gold Coast, all the Queensland shows.
See all the ones when you go to a chick strip club, you don't have the seedy factor at the girls, they're out for a good time. You know, it's not, you know, you have the whole with the female ones, it's a little bit more hidden, so to speak, I guess is probably the best way to put it, where they're, yeah, it's a bit more cloak and dagger, best way to put it, but we're at the shows, they're all just out for a laugh. You know, they're all going to go home to their husbands, whereas probably not the case with a female one. So, yeah.
In the past, I have slept with people for money. The money's ridiculously good. You know, I mean, I could do one of those jobs a week and make more money than I could working 9 to 5. Money's not the be-all and end-all. I am wholly and solely a performer. I am a dancer. I am a stripper. That was something in the past that I won't go back to, and performance and dance and entertainment, that's where my heart lies. I think the mirrors in this one in the lift are good too. Wow, they are good mirrors. Instagram that. It's time to get our tan happening. What a spot, hey? Wow. Virgin coconut oil.
They've already put stuff on them anyway and they're already sticky and nasty as it is. It's awful. Like you'll go up and you'll grab your hand and like shove it down you and you're like, and I hate coconut oil and it always stinks. And he's always greasy and awful. But I tell him he's pretty anyway.
I know all the little back doors and the sneaky ways into all the best hotels on the Gold Coast to tan, so lay by a 5-star pool and pretend we're killing it. A lot of guys like the spray tans and things like that, but I really don't. I don't like the way it comes off and the smell and putting the chemicals on you, so I always opt for a natural tan. It's going to be hard this year now that they've banned solariums. The motor vehicle fatality rate is up over 2,000 a year, yet one person died of a solarium a year and they banned that. But anyway, I am tanorexic, along with like the bigger exic we spoke about in the gym. Doesn't matter how often I tan or how much things I take to tan. There's the injections you can take and the oils and things like that. Doesn't matter how dark I am, I'll always see myself as pale. I'll always see myself as white. In one of our work photos, in one of the Bad Boys photos, I was darker than the actual black guy. So then I was like, whoa, okay. All right, it's Saturday night. We're here at the Victory Hotel. We've got a performance on, one of Bad Boys' ladies' nights. It's going to be a couple of hot strippers, topless waiters, and about 300 girls gone wild. So come with me, let's go. Oh, wow. All right, let's go and meet these fans, eh?
Why have you got your top off?
It's fun to say that.
Why have you got your belly? What are you doing? That's fucking
It's quite a stir. A lot of girls are like, oh, why have you got your belly pierced? I've never seen that on a guy. Well, that's exactly why I've got it. It's a little bit different. I've had it since I was 15. You know, a lot of guys will call me names and pick on me and stuff, and then all the homophobic things and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, calling me gay, but my numbers are well in excess of like 3,000, so. I personally get regularly checked. You know, being in the sex industry, I like to get checked, get my bloods checked and everything. You never know what could happen. I do that quarterly and I've been fine for years, never had any problems, so fingers crossed. I've always just kept that belly bar in. It symbolises where I've come from as well, you know, when I started out. So I like it. I think it looks cute. It looks hot.
I'm not bad for an old lady.
You look amazing.
My daughter will be jealous.
So did that turn out all right? Yeah, you look great. I should be paying you for a photo.
Thank you.
Unreal. Enjoy your swim.
Okay, well, I'm going to write down your name.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's...
See, like I said, you never know who you're going to meet by the pool. Another adoring fan.
Are you serious?
What?
Are you serious?
Drama. It's all drama. Every second it's drama. I don't know how he deals with it. We'll go out for dinner and I'll be looking at his phone going, oh, shut that thing up.
What just happened?
Oh, fuck. One of the girls I was seeing just bumped into the other girl I was seeing, so I know it got a little bit awkward. Fuck, she gave me a good hit. Wow. Constant drama. Dating a stripper is a lot like eating a bag of chips in church. People look at you in disgust, but deep down they all want a little bit. One huge thing in my game is I meet millions of girls around the world, but a lot of them are all talk, and if you can give me someone, if a girl says she's going to be somewhere and turns up, and she is exactly who she says she is, well, she's won me in my books. We like being alpha, we like being the number one, so a lot of us don't date girls 8s, 9s and 10s because they take a little bit away from our thunder.
That everyone wants to know him, pretend they know him, lie that they know about him, pretend about everything because they need to be, I don't know, want to be famous, 5 minutes of fame. I fucked a stripper. I fucked a stripper from Bad Boys. It's, yeah. Like they want to know things about him and they want to know the stories and stuff like that, but I don't know whether they necessarily put in the effort to get to know him as much. Yeah.
It's funny, I date girls and I ask them the same thing. I say, would you be with me if I was a librarian? Or would you be with me if I worked at the 7-Eleven? And a lot of them wouldn't. And that sucks, you know, that really hurts because they're not after the real Mick, they're after Magic Mike. I don't mind for a while, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool and you feel good and it's like, yeah, cool, okay, can have any girl I want, but it's a false high, you know what I mean? They don't want you, they want who you are. When all the stripping game and the entertaining game and the dancing game goes, well, so do they. And then it's just lonely Mick laying on his bed. Is it possible to have a relationship and this lifestyle? Absolutely, yeah, for sure. You just need that right girl. Obviously, I'll have to adjust things a little bit, but it's about compromise and, yeah, absolutely.
He's brown, he likes tanning. That's clearly who he is. He's loud. But he's also not, you know, a few drunken phone calls from him in the middle of the night and you kind of get a bit more of an understanding. But yeah, he is not exactly what people think he is.
Once I finish the show and we pack up and we have kisses, goodbyes and photos and things like that, I'm still there. You know, it's still a buzz, it's the attention thing, it's all eyes on me, I'm buzzing. I will still buzz for about half an hour after the show. My veins will be pumped, I'll be shaking, I'll be jittering, I'll be just out of breath from the performance and from the high. And then it comes crashing down, you know what I mean? At the end of the night, once I've finished, that's it. It's just all over and you sort of feel empty. It's just like, well, okay, wow. Got to wait all week now again to get that other high and you just feel flat. And a mate of mine was saying to me the other before, like he couldn't understand it's who's going to cheer for you when you stop. You know, he shot me straight and said, you know what are you going to do once this is all over, once the cheering stops, once the girls forget about who you are? And I have no idea, you know, how am I going to chase that high? There's nothing like it. There's no drug that can make me feel that way I do when I'm on stage or performing in parties. So as quick as you get real high and you're on top of the world and untouchable, it's your Tuesdays and Wednesdays when I'm here alone, just chilling, bored, can't find anyone to hang out with. Everyone just wants to be seen with you out, you know what I mean? Wants to be seen with the stripper, wants to be dating the stripper. No one just wants to go for a walk, no one wants to go for hangs or chats. And that's when it kicks in, that's when it's like, wow, okay, this is pretty flat, it's pretty miserable. I can totally understand why a lot of guys do use drugs. I'm straight, I'm clean. I can understand why they do. It's because you can't live without that high. Once you experience it and once you get there, there's just no going back. You know, I had one of my good mates and he said to me, he goes, look, I'd rather die than be ordinary. And unfortunately, like it's sad, but I'd absolutely have to totally agree with him. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna just fit in. It's just part of my life now. And once it's all over, geez, what am I gonna do?
In 10 years' time, I'd love to be settled down, married, kids, taking them to school. It's like 10 years, so yeah. 8 and 6 year olds, you know what I mean? Boy and girl, Summer Rose and Brody. Got the names picked out already.
I still need to be in this industry, in the sex industry, as a performance industry. But yeah, I won't be able to perform forever. Unfortunately, that's nature of the beast. Unless Ugly and Old comes back in fashion, and then we'll be killing it. Maybe Magic Mike 7, when Channing Tatum's 60 years old, will be right. Gold Coast cops, eh?
Keep going. My ball, let's go.
They're actually being nice to me for a change.
Full range of motion, let's go. There you go, off.